What's going on, YouTube? You know what day it is. It's leg day, but besides that, it's Adepticon Round 3 at the Adepticon Championships GT. Now, I got a game against Charles here. I want to say his name was Charles. If I am butchering your name, dude, I am totally sorry. Let's see. No, it's right. It's Charles. Charles Sadler. I always feel like I'm butchering everybody's name nowadays. Anyways, I got a game 3 against Charles Sadler. Now, Charles actually has a video. I'll put the video up right now of round 1 where he beat the shit, the dog shit out of my brother. He got a 19-1. So my brother comes up to me and he goes, "Who are you playing?" I go, "Charles Sadler. I've never played this guy before." And he goes, "That guy kicked my ass after I had a really good start against him." I was like, "Really?" I'm like, "I'm gonna get revenge, brother. I'm gonna get revenge." Anyways, so my first game I had against Tremendous, I had a huge victory. The second game I had a really rough game against Mark Lies. And now I got this game against Charles, and I'm like, it's an Empire army. Thank God nobody's getting raised back from the dead. And I'm just going to be like, alright, well, I have to play this smart. I really have to play smart right now. I can't give up points. I can't. I have to. I can make a comeback. I can make a submarine. I'm not set back that far. Alright, so first off, let's go over his list really quick. I have actually a thing right here that shows me what his list is. But, okay. So on the left, on the far bottom left corner, those are a unit of 10 flagellants. He's using them as chaff and redirectors because, more or less, if I don't kill him, I'm pretty much stuck. And he's going to be able to do damage anyways. He has a big block of about, let's see how many halberdiers that is. 40 halberdiers, or 39 heavy infantry. They do have a prelate in there, I believe. And let's see, where is he? Yeah, they have a prelate. He has plate armor, blah blah blah. Blessed armor of Frederick the Great is what he has in there. He might be in the other unit, but anyways, he has a unit of the militia, like 10 of those guys skirmishing. He has that stupid war altar thing in the back. What is that called? The arcane altar. He has a bound spell, know the enemy. He has a unit of 4 demigryphs, the sun griffins. Even though they're giant dogs, those are demigryphs, alright? And then he has another unit of flagellants over there. Let me here's a better picture of the demigryphs right here. These guys, they're like wolf hunters. That guy's axe is huge! Holy shit, I just saw that right now. I like the one with the lance. The one with the lance is pretty badass to me. I like the hammer. That guy's axe is massive. I swear to God, that's an orc axe. It has to be an orc axe. I can't see the last guy. Anyways, over here, as you can see, this is the halberdiers, and then he has a block in the back. You see them with the shields? Those guys are Imperial Guard. These guys have plate armor, bodyguard. They are a scoring unit as well, and then he uses that as a bunker for his wizard. I understand why he uses that as a bunker for his wizard. He uses it because if he miscasts with small amount of dice, they have 3-up armor. They're not going to really die, so that's interesting. He has a mortar. He has 2 cannons. He has over there, you can see the knights. The knights are the Imperial Guard. Or not Imperial Guard. Is that Imperial Guard? No, it's Electoral Cav, excuse me. It's the Electoral Cav. They have the gleaming icon, and then they have the General in there. And the General is a Knight Commander. He has the Sansto. He has the Lucky Shield, the Lucky Charm, the Potion of Swiftness. That guy is basically a beast. That is the single guy in the whole list I don't want to mess with. I just don't want to mess with him. He does have a Marshal. I don't know where the Marshal is. He's the BSB. I think he might be in the unit of the Halberds. Maybe not. I don't know. And then he has a wizard, a level 4 wizard. He has the Arcane Power, Book of Arcane Power. He's a Wizard Master, and he has Ring of Fire. Now, if you guys want to know what my list, I have the list up online already. It's on. I'll try to link it down below, but I tend to forget these things. Half the time I forget to put my freaking my donation button at the bottom. So. But for my spells, I ended up getting Ruby Ring. I got Scorching Salvo, Cascading Fire, Immolation, and Enveloping Embers. Enveloping Embers is the one I chose because I got double 3s. And I really wanted that spell because he has a horde. All right. So we deploy. Now we're playing flag scenario. Okay. So I'm gonna show you his deployment. I'll show you the table really quick. For flag scenario, basically we have to pick 3 scoring units, and whoever has more of their scoring units at the end of the game wins. So he has the block with the wizard, which I didn't expect to fight them. I think he only has 3 scoring units. No, he has 4. He has 4. Actually, I believe I took them. I took the giant horde, and then I took the demigryphs. And the reason why was because I believe the demigryphs are going to be in the fight. That simple. Demigryphs are an disposable unit. They're going to run up and kill or be killed. So I figured I'm going to have to be forced to fight them. I'm going to focus fire on the frickin' horde with my enveloping embers. That's my plan. And then just hope that I don't lose any of my units. Alright? So we're going to go to... I dropped first. We were going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, dropping. I think it was just classic battle line. I want to say that it was, but it could be mistaken. So it's going to be turn 1, ChiHammer turn 1. So part of my issue here, this is the lineup right here. This is basically how the table starts, alright? Part of my issue here is he has 2 cannons. And I already know ahead of time that he is going to shoot my spider. It's that simple, right? I move up my goblins, and the one thing I do, this is such a football move, but you see where my guy is, Boss Sabretooth, War Boss Tooth, he's behind the spider because I didn't want to get shot, at least not in the first turn. So what I end up doing is, I know the demigryphs are all the way on the left. I end up using him running behind the lines to get towards where the demigryphs are. So I believe we started on the hill, and then I moved up this way because I kind of wanted him to believe that I was going to start on the hill and go forward towards the flank, and I was just like, yeah, fuck that, I'm going this way. So I started coming behind the lines this way to just deal with with the demigryphs, like I said. My chariot dips back behind the hill. You can't see that right now, but basically everybody kind of sits still. Magic phase, I got a wonderful 3 power dice. Go ahead and I do a boosted Scorching Salvo because that's all I really got. And I believe I barely get it with a 10, and he stops it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Over here, we're going to start shooting phase in Bazooka. Now, as you can see, Bazooka jumped over to the Black Orcs, and I believe my Goblin Shaman jumped over to the Black Orcs as well. Part of the reason for that was because he has fire magic, and I'm expecting him to try to nail my Black Orcs with the fire magic more than anybody else. So, and then I don't remember why I moved the BSB out of the unit. I don't remember why. Anyways, I go ahead and I use him to shoot. End up killing off 2 of the freaking horde inside the forest. Now they're long range in the forest. I have to deal with all that crap, right? I'm going to go ahead and shoot my cave goblins into them anyways, kill off 1 more. And that's all I really do. It was a really uneventful turn 1. Turn 1, Empire of the Sonstal from Evershade Gaming. He's going to go ahead and he moves up the flags. He moves up his demigryphs like I expected. And that's basically how it is. He kind of moved a little bit up out of the forest, I believe. No, he didn't. Magic phase! He got 9 power dice. The first thing he does a Scorching Salvo to me, bastard! And he kills off 1 of my common goblins, 1 of my cave goblins, and that's about it. He does a Ruby Ring onto my chariot there, my fluffy chariot, and he ends up doing 2 wounds to it. He's trying to do all the attributes onto my chariot. He just wants to kill the chariot for free points easily. And he fails. Then he goes ahead and he does a Pyroclastic Flow, and I believe he kills Fluffy. Shooting phase. This guy misfires. Turn 1. Breaks for the game. Awesome. Great start. Not this one, though. This one fucking shoots. It hits my fucking spider, and it maxes out 4 wounds. Motherfucker. Alright. Now, the Pyroclastic Flow, I just see it right now. Fluffy's still alive. I believe he just killed some goblins with it. And the mortar misfires, just can't shoot for a turn. And yeah, that's about it. That guy shot 4 wounds. And let's go into turn 2. ChiHammer turn 2. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. So, I already got to the point where I'm like, alright, fuck it. My spider's going to get shot dead. I understand my spider's going to get shot dead. There's just no way he's not... I cannot sit back. So I try to use the building to cover, but I realize the building's not big enough to cover my spider. That simple. It's just not big enough to cover the spider. Alright, to block line of sight. So I decide I'm going to use my spider as, if he doesn't actually kill me, I'm going to use the spider to just destroy whatever I can as fast as I can. That's all she is. That's all she's going to be able to do is go in, kill a bunch of bodies before she dies. That's it. Because I have, like, besides hiding it for point conservation, there's not much else. I moved the Wolf Chariot, I believe, like an 11-inch range, just so I could, or not 11 inches, like 15 inches or whatever it is, from the Flagellants, because I want to frenzy bait him. I want him to chase, and I'll be far enough, and he's just wasting turns getting his flags over here. He moved his flags into the fields, which he'll be flammable in the fields, and I just kind of like stay where I'm at. And like I said, I'm moving Boss Tooth behind the lines to get towards those demigryphs. All right, I get the Dragon Rammer out so you can kind of see what's going on around here, and then that's about it. Magic Phase got 5 power dice. I go ahead and I do a Ruby Ring onto these bastards here, kill off 4 of them. I go ahead and I do a boosted Scorching Salvo. He stops it, or I failed it. My magic's not doing great right now. And we're going to go into shooting. Shooting the Cave Goblins. Pick off one more of these flags. These guys over here decide to start picking at the freaking the big block. They end up killing off 3 of them. And that's about it. I mean, there was nothing else that really happened. Yeah, that's about it. We're going to go to turn 2, Empire of the Sun still. So he decides to charge anyways. He's like, well, fuck it. I'm going to just charge. And it looks like a 14, so he needed a 10. And I'm just like, alright, 10 non-Swift stride, it's really hard. No, that fucker gets in. He charges, he gets in. God damn it. Into my flank nonetheless. These guys over here got on the double. And then over here, he's going to charge it to my he's going to charge his demigryphs into my cave goblins. So I'm just like, you know what? It's time for the cow. I just hope he doesn't fail the charge, because I want to be able to throw it where he's going to take 46 hits, right? So I throw out the cow. There we go. Get the cow. It's 2d6 cownado. All right. Gets in here. I throw him out here. He does get in. And unfortunately, even though it's 46 hits, I only do 5 wounds. That was just ridiculously low. I believe when I rolled the 46, I rolled like a 5, a 2, and a 1, and a 1. And I was just like, seriously? How come I can't do 18 again? So I end up killing off a demigryph and doing 2 more wounds onto a second demigryph. I was hoping for a panic. That didn't happen. These cave goblins are pretty much dead. But the one thing is, though, I will be able to hold steadfast unless he's able to kill 16 cave goblins in one turn. And then he doesn't charge the spider, which I understand he's trying to shoot me regardless. And that's basically how it looks on this side. Magic Phase, he got 4 power dice. And he goes ahead and he does Voltor's Blessing or whatever on these guys here. Shooting Phase, he shoots the fucking cannon again through the building into my spider and racks up 3 more wounds. And I'm just like, well, she's useless now. She cannot do anything but chaff, because there's just nothing I could really do. If I charge in, I'm giving him a free monster. If I there's nothing I really could do. I mean, I could try to terror check him, but that's kind of low chances. Over here, as you can see, my wolf chariot's no longer there. His flagellants just beat the shit out of my wolves. So he's going to go ahead and frenzy run closer to the dragon rammer, and the dragon rammer's just kind of staring him down like, I'm coming for you. I am coming for you. And then over here, close combat, he just starts wiping out. He killed off 9 of my cave goblins. 9. Now this is one of the scoring units he picked against me, so he has to kill this unit basically. But it's gonna go and start off my turn. Orcs and goblins turn 3. Orcs and goblins turn 3. The dragon rammer's going in. He looks at me and he goes, "You know what flagellants do?" I go, "I do. But do you know I'm just gonna impact hit and hope to kill the fuck out of you?" He's like, "All right." So I go in, boom, get in like so. I use the spider as chaff. I use him to block the imperial or whatever, the electoral cav from going straight into my black orcs or my goblins. It gives me another round of shooting. I put it so that way I could shoot the crap out of his freaking halberds that got closer. All his halberds are... I did not move any of my goblins, so I'll have a total of like 70-something shots on the right side right into those freaking halberds, and that's basically my plan right now, is just shoot the crap out of who I can shoot the crap out of. I'm kind of keeping the Black Orcs there in case I need to get a flank, but here's the kicker. I figure center to center, where his demigryphs are to my cave goblins, if he chases me, because I'm going to lose the combat in this next round, if he chases me, he's going to have to hit my frickin' guy. And if he doesn't chase me and he turns, I'm going to be able to charge my guy, Boss Tooth, in. So that kind of happens like so. I'm kind of getting the Black Orcs a little bit closer to his Imperial Cav, so that way when he charges, I could potentially get a flank on him. Or if he doesn't charge, or if he does charge and he just turns, I'll be able to charge with the Black Orcs regardless. So that's kind of how it looks. Magic Phase, 7 power dice. Go ahead and I throw up a ruby ring, fail it. Go ahead and I do a scorching salvo. I get a big number, and I go ahead and I kill off one of those freaking plate armor guys, one of the skirmishers, 2 of those halberds, and that's basically it. That was it for magic, more or less. I realized he has like hard target or whatever it is because of that freaking arcane engine thing behind him. So I go ahead and I decide to shoot at it with these guys here, and I take a shot. I end up doing 1 wound, and I realized I probably shouldn't have shot that. I probably should just shoot the freaking halberdiers. So I'm like, fuck, alright. So the cave goblins are going to start shooting the halberdiers. They end up killing off 4 of them. The dragon, that was it. That was up for my shooting. Dragon rammer goes ahead and rams these guys. I end up killing off a bunch of them. He had 10 total. He has 4 left, or 3 left, right? He ends up putting 2 wounds on me, but he's unbreakable, so he's going to just stick there. Over here, like I said, close combat. He kills me to the point where I literally do not have enough to hold steadfast. I can't do a wound to this guy. I do a bunch of hits. I think the first time, I think I passed fear. I did a bunch of hits, a bunch of wounds, but he just armor saves them. He's like a 2-up armor. So he's going to rip apart my freaking cave goblins. They're going to run, and you see him stop and think about it, and he's like, first he goes, panic check, and I go, nobody gives a fuck that goblins just died, dude. We're orcs here. Orcs don't give a fuck that the goblins died. And he looks and he's like, that's a scoring unit. I need it for the objective. And he's looking at it like, do I go for that? Do I do it? Because center to center is going to hit me right into that guy, or you're going to countercharge with that guy. And he's like, fuck it, let's do it. So he goes in, he catches my goblins, he charges right into Boss Tooth, and I'm just like, bring it. Let's see what happens. So turn 3. Empire, I think, yeah, it's Empire. Empire of the Sun still. Evershade Gaming, turn 3. He's going to go ahead and he starts charging. He charges everybody into the spider. He charges the electoral cav into the cave goblins. Now, I'm like, alright, cool. He only needs like a 9, or not even a 9. I think it was maybe like a 8 on the dice to get in. And I'm like, I hope to God he gets in, because I'm going to throw out more fanatics. So I go ahead and I throw out the fanatics. They get right there. And he fails his charge. He rolls like a 3. I'm like, fuck, I wanted him to just blow up right there. Just die. Glorious death to fanatics. Now my fanatics are just stuck out there. And not only that, but watch this. Magic Phase, he got 3 power dice. He goes for a scorching salvo, and he burns both of those fanatics. You motherfucker. Yes, he also killed 1 black orc, 2 cave goblins, and my other guy over there. Shooting Phase, he shoots the mortar. The mortar finally comes back, shoots it right into my goblins, gets a direct hit, and boom! Just wipes out the whole center of my goblins. Holy shit, he killed 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 cave goblins. Holy crap, that hurts. Close combat, he ends up just doing, the guy with the Sand Stealth swings first, just kills the spider. Yeah, did not expect much else. He's going to go ahead and turn himself. And then over here, holy shit. I pop my potion of speed. I go first. I'm hitting on 3s. He's like, fear. I'm like, I passed the panic or fear check. I go ahead and I swing, and boom! Just wipe out 2 of the demigryphs. Holy shit. He's like, what strength is that? I was like, strength 9. He's like, yeah, I don't have any armor. He goes in and swings at that other guy. He takes out my lucky shields, but I win combat, and he's down by, he has a charge, and that's it. I have maybe a banner, but I have 4 wounds. Excuse me, 4 wounds. So he's down by 3, and he passes it. He's gonna stick. I just kind of reformed to be more centered with him, just because I was OCD for a moment. As you can see, he uses flags to chaff me. And it's going to go ahead and start off turn 4. Orcs and Goblins. Turn 4, Orcs and Goblins. I don't think there was much moving. I didn't want to charge into his flags. Everybody just kind of wants to still shoot, so we're just going to go straight into Magic. Magic got 8 power dice. And here it goes. This is the beauty of the beauties. Enveloping Embers. Now he has 30 guys left in that halberd block. I've been picking at him for the first couple rounds of shooting, but I get this Enveloping Embers off, and it does 17 wounds. It does more, but he has a 6-up armor. But it did 17 wounds. I just scorched that unit. Holy shit! You see his face drop like, what just happened? And I'm just like, you see my little goblin, the pyromaniac, like, just freaking enjoying this. Holy shit. So I'm like, well, that's the scoring unit I picked. The other scoring unit I picked is in a fight with Boss Tooth that he's not going to win. Let's continue shooting at him. So we're going to shoot with these remaining goblins. Look how they're so pathetic. There's only like 13 of them left. Remaining goblins into them, kill off 3 guys. Then this horde right here is Baxter and the Horde. As you can see, the Shaman and the Baxter jump back into this unit. We're going to shoot at that unit over there. Boom! Just kill off about 5 more. Holy crap, he only has 5 guys left. I could do this. I could do this. 5 guys. I could do this. Anyways, over here, he fucking gets a wound through. What the fuck? I go ahead and I swing. I only do 2 wounds. I missed like all hell. I just failed to hit. And he's going to live. I don't even have to chase because we're stuck. I think he has a wound. I have 2 wounds. He sticks. Over here, the Dragon Rammer. What the fuck, Dragon Rammer? I only killed off 2 of the guys. He ends up killing me. God damn it, Dragon Rammer. 1 guy. You couldn't kill that 1 guy. And you had to die. Bastard. It's going to start off his turn. Empire of the Sun, still turn 4, I think this is. He's going in again. He's going to charge it to my goblins. I believe I might have fled. I want to say I might have fled. But these guys failed their frenzy check. They're running it to the Black Orcs. I'm like, free points. He even said it too. I did flee. He failed the charge because of that. And as you can see, this is kind of how this side of the table looks. All he really has left is that armored unit, the plate armor unit, and then his knights. I still have all my 2 hordes. My cave goblins are all gone. Boss Tooth is doing great. We're going to go into Magic Phase. Magic Phase, he gets 9 power dice. He goes ahead and he does Pyroclastic Flow, and he kills off, look at this, 2, 4, 5 of my cave or regular goblins, common goblins. These guys moved in really close. He's going to shoot me, and he ends up killing off 3 more of my common goblins. This is not cool. You're picking on my horde. Over here, close combat, just wiped them out. I was like, fuck that guy. Not only that, but I end up looking at him like, what can he do now? He did exactly what I was hoping he did. He killed the freaking monstrous cav. What can he do now? And I think he honestly offers a great threat to that Imperial cav unit. So I'm going to go ahead and try to use him to just kind of wheel around and get to them. Black Orcs just wiped out the flags. They're going to go ahead and turn this way. This is really interesting now. This is kind of like, what can I do, right? So we're going to go into my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 5. Orcs and Goblins turn 5. I call out the Wog. I charge his freaking Imperial guys on the right. The plate armor guys, they flee. I'm like, motherfucker! I didn't need that far. I needed like maybe like a 6 on Swiss Stride. And he was just like, fuck that, flee. And he runs through the building. He loses like 1 guy through the building. I go ahead and I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and redirect and charge into his Imperial cav over there. And he's like, flee. I'm like, seriously? He fled with both of them. He got away with both. I failed the charge. Damn it. That puts me in a shitty spot. So and then I end up using Boss Tooth. I go ahead and I move Boss Tooth all the way up there. Hopefully, he fails the charge, or he fails the rally because his BSB's on the other side fleeing. And if he fails the rally, I'll chase him off the table with Boss Tooth. So that's what I do. Right? I go ahead and I keep my cave goblins rallied. My shaman joins that unit of cave goblins because I want to give them magic resistance. He doesn't have enough damage potential with the fire magic to kill off the remaining 26, 28 common goblins, right? And plus I'm getting cover from the woods. So I want to use the cave goblins to keep them alive, so that way I don't lose my banner scenario. Alright, that's basically my thought process. So I moved the shaman into that unit because that unit will get magic resistance from his fire magic. Alright, anyways, Magic Phase got 11 power dice. I go ahead and I do a boosted Scorching Salvo, and holy shit, he tried to stop it. He really did try to stop it, but here it goes. Burns off 4 of these guys, causes them to panic, they run away, kills the Flagellant, that single Flagellant that was just chilling there trying to get a rear charge on me, and kills him off. And then I think it might have even reached over here, and I did 2 wounds onto the freaking Arcane Engine, and I did 2 wounds onto the Halberds, and that was pretty impressive. Holy shit. I'm going to go ahead and do a Cascading Fire, give it to the Black Orcs, pick off at these guys more. What I'm trying to do is get them under 25% wounds so they have a harder time rallying. And then Shooting Phase. Shooting Phase, these guys finished off the job. Killed the last of the Halberds. Killed 40 Halberds. 40 before they got to me. Holy crap. Doesn't cause a panic on the engine though. I was hoping it did. And then it's going to go and start off turn 5. Empire of the Sonstal. Empire of the Sonstal turn 5. He doesn't rally the guys running through the fields, the skirmishers. He does rally both his big blocks, and his general jumps out of the unit behind the hill. I think he jumped out of the unit beforehand, but he's hiding him behind the hill because he just doesn't want to lose those points. Magic Phase, he got 8 power dice. He goes ahead and he does a Pyroclastic Flow here, kills off 4 of my goblins. Goes ahead and he shoots the cannon. God damn it. I saw it. I should have thought about it better. I was like, don't give him 500 points, but I was trying to push his cav out of the way. I was hoping he had a long range. I was hoping that freaking Arcane Engine was in the way. I was hoping a bunch of shit, but none of that shit worked. And what he does is he goes ahead and he shoots Boss Tooth and kills Boss Tooth. God damn it. God, it was like a long range shot and everything, but hitting me on a 5 hits me, kills him, 1 shot. It's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 6. Orcs and Goblins turn 6. We're going to go right into Magic. Magic Phase got 8 power dice. I go ahead and I do an Enveloping Embers on these guys, kill off a couple of them, and that's about it. Or no, this is him still, isn't it? No. Yeah, it is. No, it's me. Holy shit. Oh, it's horrible. I do an Enveloping Embers. I get double 6s. Kills off a bunch of guys. I blow up. I kill off a bunch of guys. 3, 6 guys. And then I only killed off 2 of him. And that's about it. I basically blew myself up more than he did. And that was about it for the turn. I think he doesn't really do much on his last turn, or it was my last turn. I forgot who got last turn. But the point is, he could not kill my units. And he couldn't cause me to panic. I am still above 25% on both this unit and the Cave Goblin unit, and that's basically where we call it. Now, if you notice, even though there's a huge body count here, he really didn't lose many units. He lost the Demigryphs, he lost 2 Flagellants, he lost the State Militia, and he lost the Halberds. On the other hand, he killed Boss Tooth, the Cave Goblins, both my Chariots, and my Spider. So technically, he got 11 points. He won 11 points. But I got the objectives, which was flags. I killed both of his flags. He didn't kill the other 2 of mine. So I end up winning the objective via objective, and I got 12 points. He got 8. Holy crap. That was an intense game. That was actually a fun game, though. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it because I got to see Baxter shine, and Baxter actually got more points than what's going to come on up on this list, which I'm going to have to edit really quick. But let's see, Baxter, because I didn't realize he did 2 wounds to the frickin' thing. 432 plus, how many points is that frickin' Arcane Engine? 230, divide that by the number of wounds, times that by 2, so you got another 112 points. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Alright, there we go. So, that being said, you're going to see the points pop up. First off, I'm going to tell you right now, the MVP is very simple, and it was Baxter, the Pyromaniac. That guy freaking burned the crap out of the freaking Halberdiers. He got the most points out of everybody this round, which is 544. Next runner-up was actually the Cave Goblins. Now, here's a very interesting statistic. First off, the Cave Goblins are pretty much second highest amount of points at the tournament so far. Granted, there's 2 units of them, and they're like 300 and something points each, so it's like a 700 point. I'm counting them as one unit because it's hard to figure out which unit is which. So out of like 700 points of Cave Goblins, they have took a total of 1,700 points in 3 games, whereas the Space Rock is about 480, has took about 1879. So the Space Rock is still technically netting more out of the first 2 games. Granted, the second game was a little skewed because she just kept killing skeletons, which I was counting 12 points a skeleton. The Black Orcs been solid since the first round, 1599. Then Baxter's coming up in 4th place. This is crazy, 1,200 points. The freaking level 4 of fire is disgusting. Disgusting. The Dragon Rammer's pulling in, or actually Bazooka and the Horde are taking in a close 5th place, I think that is. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5th place with 1,082. And then it goes down to like the Dragon Rammer and then Sabretooth. Sabretooth is not worth his points. So far, 723 points out of 3 games. Okay, 3 games, he only got 723 points. And not only that, but he's worth 500 points. So he's lost. He's not even making up half of his points yet. We're going to have to see how it goes in the next 2 games. Maybe he could pull in his weight. Maybe he can't. Maybe he's just not Koopa. He's just not Koopa. I'm just putting it that way. Guys, I hope you're enjoying the content I'm making. I enjoy making these videos a lot. And I like to hear your feedback. If you guys have any comments or feedback, please leave it in the comment section below. If you guys enjoy the content that I put up, you guys could always throw me a donation, throw me a tip in my tip jar by going to Patreon or going to my Help ChiHammer Get to Spain fund on GoFundMe. Anything helps. $1, $2, $5. I'm going to keep on mentioning it. I know you guys are watching it, so you guys might as well be like, hey, you know what? James is right. Here's $1. I like that guy. Anyways, I'll give you the same analogy I gave you guys last year. If you're the kind of person that goes and takes the subway or the train or whatever, and you see a bum on the street, and that bum is playing some crappy freaking piano, and he's blind and he doesn't even know what he's pressing, and as he's pressing those keys, you're just like, what is he thinking he's doing? But he really doesn't know because he's a blind freaking bum. He doesn't know, but you're like, this guy's funny, and you give him $1 because you're like, this guy made my day by doing this one thing, and you give him $1. You could give me that $1. I am your bum. I have entertained you. James for bum. Alright guys, so yeah, that's my thing. Going to Salamanca, Spain. Need some help. Hit like, hit subscribe. I already told you the MVP. Game 4 is coming up, and Game 4 is against a high elf player, a highborn elf player. So looking forward to making that one next. I have to find my other camera which has the frickin' film to those. So besides that, guys, I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video. Charles, thanks for the game, and if you guys haven't, I'm gonna put links to all 3 of them right down below. We got Lord Tremendous, which you guys should be frickin' subscribed to him if you're not already. Dark Wizard Gaming, subscribe to him, and then this guy right here, Evershade Gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, and peace.